When it comes to infrastructure, organisations must think about the benefits to the user, the overall purpose, and how the project will add value to the community before commencing a project. In this report, we find out why this approach is so critical.
Building infrastructure that is sustainable, resilient and supports social equity for communities means focusing on outcomes, adding long-term value to the fabric of society, according to the IAM's president.
We shouldn't just be thinking about building it because we can. We should be thinking about building it because it provides a purpose. It provides some degree, some level of value to a community. And that's where we start to talk about shovel-worthy, not shovel-ready. It really needs to have that purpose within a community. And that purpose needs to be measured in a way that's equitable to a community. What we need to think about today is the resilience, the ability of that infrastructure to withstand different levels of climate action over the next decade, 2 decades. We need to be thinking longer term.
Supporting asset management on the global stage, the IAM is working with the United Nations to help them deliver equity of access to services such as healthcare, water, education and the internet. Here at UN City in Copenhagen is the global headquarters of UNOPS, the Office for Project Services that specialises in infrastructure and procurement for the United Nations, where focusing on outcomes very much drives the development of asset management capability.
If we don't think about the future in terms of population growth, in terms of the demographics, then we may build something now that will not serve populations in 10, 20 years. And we cannot afford to constantly rebuild infrastructure. So we have to consider the 3 dimensions of social, environmental, and economic factors now and into the future.
One way that UNOPS is using infrastructure to achieve a societal outcome is in Pakistan, where only 2% of police trainees have been female. But by asking women what they want in a new police training college, societal change is coming.
We've brought in their ideas. What is it that women need in the day-to-day accommodations of a police training college? And that is now actually attracting more female candidates for the police force, and that will have a knock-on effect of women being more open to come and report crimes, and hopefully over time will reduce domestic violence in Pakistan as well.
This focus on societal outcomes requires partnerships across the public and private sectors. In his role at tech industry leader Microsoft, Jeremy Goldberg brings with him a wealth of infrastructure development experience from his time in the public sector, including the NYCX project driven by the New York City Mayor's office.
In New York City, we led an effort called NYCX, which was utilizing the public space, the public realm, city streets, or a place called Governor's Island to test out pervasive Wi-Fi technology, using the city environment as a test lab for the problem solving and the areas where we know New Yorkers in that context expect more, not only from their government and the social services, but the ways that industry can kind of lean in and support from a solutioning perspective, improvements around electric vehicle charging or internet connectivity or cybersecurity for small businesses.
Designing infrastructure to sustain human life, economic growth and national security means planning with a vision, creating a future-ready built environment that supports equitable societies.